Man, I need to check your text, Brother Russ. I done hit the live button. Check your text. Check your text. Check your text. AM Wake Up Show. Big shout out everybody that is joining this broadcast for the first time online, man. Be sure you follow Hardbody, Kiati, Royce F. Robinson on social media. The show is growing. Things are growing. Things are going. And of course, if you're a part of the Day One family, familiar, you're part of the Day One fam, man, y'all be sure y'all spread the word and let's keep building this thing up. Real relationship goals. Good morning. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the family. I see y'all tapping in. Be sure y'all jump in those comments. Facebook, share the video. Facebook, share the video. Facebook, share that video. I just got the notification. Hold up. How do you? Yeah, there it is. All right, let me go live on the Grizzam. Go live on the gram. Oh, I got to plug that thing up. Brother Russ, I don't know how. Some people never know what it feels like to have to make sure your phone is not in the shot. God dog, is it in the shot? Can y'all see that? A little bit. Oh, it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. All right. Big shout out. Who we got in here? Jeremy, good morning. Marla, good morning. Kim, good morning. Vanessa, good morning. Frank, Pretty Brown, Shantae, good morning. I think I said good morning to Jeremy. But he the gang. Good morning again. Self-made, self-paid. What up, Jamar? Good morning. Renico Hamilton, Lindsay, good morning. Marla, good morning. Shout out my brother Menace, good morning. Daryl Sykes, good morning. Brother Rush, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, man, let's do this. Whole lot of real relationshiping going on.
Whole lot.
Morning, I get up early in the morning. Good morning. I can hear my dreams calling. Yeah. Ring. I go and get it. Yeah. I go and get it. I go and get it.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
What's good?
You know what's good, Brother Royce? You know what's good this morning, Brother Royce?
What's that, man?
Your intro.
Relationship goals. Need relationship advice? Yeah, man.
Do it now.
Real relationship goals with Kiati and Brother Royce F. Robinson.
Good morning. Big shout out to the Graham joining in. Real relationship goals, Brother Royce F. Robinson. Of course, Radio Boss Hardbody, Kiati. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I feel great. I feel amazing. We got the house back. The kids are gone, Brother Royce.
First day of school?
Come on, first day of school. I'm literally finna take my shirt off, put baby oil on, and just slide around on the wood floors downstairs. I'm just gonna get them kids up out of here. They in this conversation. Here I come, wood flow being extra because they gone. But nah, definitely first day of school and just getting back to the regular grind of things and being sure that, this one was kind of different. Big Shay, good morning. Shout out IG checking in this morning. It was different, of course we're in this COVID type era. So, as parents,
we don't know if we're in post-COVID or in COVID, pre-COVID, Delta variant. Then we got the Omegas coming, and we got the Alphas, and we got
when they hit, it's gonna be bad. Okay, get the COVID, they going ski. You gonna be like, God, no, what is going on?
Right.
Them germs stepping around your body like an after party in this thing, man. So no, definitely, it was a little different this year. Hey, man, y'all be sure y'all keep them masks on And you know, this COVID is real, man. For if you really, really think about it, it's on some stuff like, man, even the governor got COVID.
No, man, Governor.
Yeah, man. He was doing a whole lot of that. Don't nobody gotta wear a mask stuff. Man, don't nobody wear a mask. I looked on his page. I ain't gonna lie, Brother Russ, I was nosy. They said he had COVID. I went and looked on his page, right? I'm trying to see what happened. Man, the last picture before they announced he had COVID, he had this. Matter of fact, because I don't want to lie and say the wrong thing. You know, I'm a trusted media source.
Yep.
Yep. He said he was in Collin County, Texas. Posted on this story. Great crowd at the Republican Club at Heritage Ranch meeting tonight. And it's a room full of people with no mask on, clapping. They clapping in the little picture he put on his page. Yeah, man. So again, you know,
was it a room full of wonderful people, or was it a room full of beautiful people?
Nah, it wasn't no beautifuls. It wasn't no beautifuls, brother.
No beautiful.
It wasn't no beautifuls, brother. None of the beautifuls were in the building. It was all wonderfuls, full of old and wonderful. You hear me?
Old and wonderful.
Old and wonderful, boy. Them old and wonderfuls was in there. Old and wonderfuls had popped out.
Wow.
So you know, definitely, you know, that's always one of them things you know. And the funny thing, y'all, in real life, you don't wish that on nobody, right? I don't, you know, even, you know, that's nothing to play with. My mom still is having lasting issues from having COVID. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it does different stuff to everybody. And man, you know, you just never you never know. Talking to Chameleon that last night, and he was telling me like some of the NBA players that got it, they now have to do like inhalers and stuff before the game. And I'm like, wow, they had asthma? He was like, no, but even young NBA players like Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics, you know what I'm saying? Them boys, like he said before the game, bro, is really on them inhalers. And I'm like, man, he's young. Bro, that brother's a gazillionaire. Like they got all kind of dumb, stupid money, right? He said
right.
You know, so again.
And they would be classified, Kiati, as somebody who's in great health, somebody who trains daily, somebody who has personal trainers in their life. They eat healthy, they eat right, but yet now they could potentially, hopefully not, but could potentially be impacted or affected by this for the rest of their life.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and this might not be the popular thing to say. Because you know, even if you type COVID, say COVID, anything, they put in the notification up under your account, like COVID-19 information could be verified, like all that stuff, right? So here goes my thing, Brother Roy. This is not popular opinion, but this is real opinion, right? For me, I feel like our government is doing a horrible job when it comes to COVID-19. Now, I know somebody gonna be like, "Oh, Yachty, whoa, don't do it, big fella. You got endorsements, big fella. Don't risk your endorsements, big fella. Don't do it." But I gotta keep it G with y'all, man. This bothers me. As a independent thinker, as a husband, as a father, as somebody that is passionate about health and wealth, I feel like our government is doing a terrible job about the COVID-19 now. Brother Russ, ask me why.
Why do you feel like the government is doing such a terrible job, Kiati, of handling this COVID-19?
You know, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that question, right? I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that question so I can tell y'all the truth. Hallelujah. Good morning. PJ, good morning. Let me tell you why. It seems grossly irresponsible to me that in the middle of the pandemic and all of the people going through whatever they've been going through, that nobody in our government has formed an initiative to tell people, hey, man, you need to be building up your immune system. We should be doing more fruits, vegetables, vitamins. Let's be sure we're drinking water. Let's be sure we're flushing out our immune system, flushing out our system. Because here goes the thing. When you get COVID, they don't have medicine for that. So what do they tell you? Hey, quarantine while your immune system fights off it. You know what I'm saying? So why would you not put emphasis on building our immune system? Why are there not free vitamins and all that kind of stuff? Like, there's no government initiative for that. But you're going to tell us, hey, man, take this untested, vaccine, not FDA approved, whatever. Y'all, at the end of the day, whenever I say this, I'm not telling y'all not to go take the vaccine because there are people that are, if you have pre-existing health conditions, the vaccine has been proven to help. Because if you get sick, there's a better chance of you not dying by taking the vaccine, regardless of whatever vaccine you choose to take. Now, Here goes the thing. For me, and I've always said it, it's crazy to me how we always come up with treatments and not cures, right? There's no money in a cure. There's definitely money in treatment. And you got to understand that there's a lot of other things at play whenever it comes to your health and wealth. All of these intelligent people in the world, we can figure out how to fly a rocket into space, but nobody ever could seem to figure out cures for these diseases that have to do with your body, right? If you just really think about it, it's like, dang, so we can figure out how to go and fix computer problems. There's no course attached to this computer nowhere, but everybody around the world can look at us right now. We can figure out Wi-Fi, internet, streaming, all kind of other things, but when it comes to finding cures for things, somehow all of these intelligent people in the world, there's no cures for nothing, right?
Gotcha.
That's bothersome to me, but at the end of the day, I understand that pharma is big business. I understand, it is what it is. So again, for me, guys, I don't know what the government is going to tell y'all. What I'm going to tell y'all is, hey, definitely do what makes sense for your family. First priority is, hey, y'all, let's be sure we're taking our vitamins. Let's be sure. I know we eat a lot of processed foods. Let's be sure we get some kind of fruits and vegetables. Let's be sure we drink the water to flush our systems out, get these toxins out of our body. Those are the things that I feel like, as a community and a country, we should focus on. Because again, it's just crazy that all of these companies and great, brilliant minds out here, and nobody's figured out any cures for anything, just a whole lot of treatments. You know what I'm saying? So again, Brother Royce, I hate to start it like that, Brother Royce, but I just want to just put that out there.
Well, I tell you what it did do for you. It did get you some presidential endorsements from the people. Kiana Randall says that she's voting for you for president. And so I think that's one benefit that came out of that. But
PJ say stop drinking and smoking cigarettes. No, man, it's crazy.
I think, man, there could be some, validity to your comments and your perspective. I'm not going to put it over in the conspiracy theorist pile, but I am going to say.
Theory.
Yeah. I ain't gonna call you a conspiracy theorist, but okay. I think what keeps me from going in that direction is the fact that, hey, the powers that be and their family and their loved ones, they still die of cancer. They still die of, they still get impacted by Alzheimer's, and they still get impacted by some of the things that we suffer from, we as in those of us who are not in the powers that be. So if we had a society where it seemed like all of the lowly people, suffer from these things and none of the higher ups, then I'd be like, we got a problem. We got a problem. They're getting something that we're not getting. Now, I'm not, but that's not to say that. That's not to say that in our communities, in our grocery stores, that, we're not getting the best products, because I don't think we are. We're not getting the best fruits. We're not getting the best vegetables, and I think that's a problem. But I think overall in the area of pharma and pharmaceuticals and things like that, I don't know, Kiati, man. I think,
Brother Royce, how do we know? What if they did, would they ever tell us? The most wealthy? No, they wouldn't tell us that they have. You would never know.
You don't think I mean, with all of the technology that's going out now and you got whistleblowers and all of that stuff, you don't think that'd be leaked out by now? I mean, your former president caught COVID. The only reason why he didn't, it didn't get worse for him was because he had, the best of the best and, all of that working on his behalf. But,
because he the devil. Devil ain't
Right
done.
on.
It's devil already. That's
He's
evil
the
in
devil.
partner.
Right on. Right. All right. So that's your COVID news for the morning.
Man.
Get back.
No, brother. Look, listen, because that's important. Because health is important, and the reason why I'm talking about taking vitamins, because it's somebody right now that's 50, that's riding around with a 25-year-old, and should something happen to him, Brother Royce, he gonna need help. You hear me, brother? Head.
Yeah. Hey, that could be a problem. But you know what though? Anytime you're dating, you have a relationship where you have the various dynamics. I mean, it could be older man, younger woman, older woman, younger man. You know, it could be a biracial relationship. But I think those type of relationships are always going to come with challenges. And so, you know, what are the pros and cons to, you know, those various ages of dating older man, younger woman, younger man? What's the pros and cons? And if our listeners out there in relationships that are, you know, structured like that, older man, younger woman, anybody on your Instagram side, you know.
They tell Radio Boss Jr. in class right now rapping.
I believe that.
Man, Brother Royce, first, everybody know when you get with the older person, somebody's trying to get some financial benefits, and the older person is trying to have unlimited sex. They trying to these young they like these young tenders. You get to have sex all the time. Sex. They know that sis. Trinity say my fiance is 13 years older than me, and I'm 33. So
okay.
33,
all right.
33,
what pro and what? How what's the age difference? 13 years? What did she
46,
say?
yeah, 46 and 33.
46 and 33. Okay. All right. What's the pros and cons? Now you got to be honest now. Because here's what I would say. Some pros and cons. You just talked about intimacy and sex. All right. Well, while the older man might feel like he should have a younger woman to keep him, you know, keep his vitality moving and all of that. What happens when he can't perform up to her standards anymore? You know,
they got Viagra, all kind of stuff. He gonna be good.
He gonna be good.
He gonna be all right. They got Viagra, they got pills, pumps, all kind of stuff. Bro, gonna be good.
They got pumps.
Man, I know it, brother. Yeah, they got pumps for guys, man. So not a new thing for the older fellas. They got a thing where they just hit a button. When you hit a button, you gonna get the cutting. You hear me? And is it hit a button, or you hit a button, you gonna be busting. Somebody said they call it the blue chew. Listen, man. Hey, nah, man, they got a pump. For real. You
they got hydraulics now.
And they say that thing come with a switch. You hit the switch, it goes. You hear that, boy? If they say it's going down, that's what they told me. No, I can't. Allegedly, I know a brother. You know, the brother. You know, it's a brother who I love dearly. And the brother said, Kiati. And I said, huh? Let me tell you what had happened.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been waiting so long to love. I went to the doc and got the surgery, and they put it in there, and it's amazing. It's like instant. It's just, you hit the button, and then it's just, and when she's tired, then it goes, psh, you just let the air out. And I said, that's how they doing it. They putting air up there. He was like, man, listen.
Wow. Well, listen, I think next time you tell that story, you should talk in your regular voice. I didn't like the voice you just used.
No, that's how he talked. You know, he was like,
I felt some kind of way about that voice you just used.
Let me tell you, brother. I said, oh, you nasty, brother. Hey, but you married, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, you married, brother. You married, man.
But I do think that all those things should be taken into consideration. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Hey, no problem. I'm being serious. If you're okay with that, no problem. But I think when you do enter a relationship where there's an age difference, you gotta weigh as many of the pros and cons as you can so that you don't get down the road later on and that age become an issue. What happens when that young lady, so that was sex, all right, so that's bedroom. That's bedroom. There are tools you can use for the bedroom, switches and all of that. Okay, no problem, no problem.
They got pink shoes for girls too. Pink shoe.
The what now?
They got some pills for girls too now. They got some new stuff out here, Brother Royce. If your girl's libido isn't like a torpedo, you can fix it now, Brother Royce. Listen, you can listen.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen. All that's good.
Don't text me neither. Somebody gonna text me like, "Hey, where you get that from?" I know y'all. I know they watch this show. I know how y'all rock. Hey, Yachty, what you got, bro?
Hit me up. So the pink. Somebody called Brandon Stewart called it the pink kit or the pink kitty.
The pink
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the pink. They got stuff for women now too. Now listen.
Okay.
It's a reason why the sex industry is $1 billion industry now. They got all kind of stuff.
I can only imagine. So what happens though, Kiati, outside the bedroom? What happens when the young lady, wants to go hang out and go enjoy a nice evening, and she wants to stay out till 2 or 3 in the morning?
If she come in too late, you ground her. You're the older one. You're grounded.
Oh, she gets grounded.
You're grounded. Give me that. You're grounded.
But here's some of the things that we hear about. He said, "Give me that. You're grounded." Boy, you stupid. But here's some of the things that we hear about, though, Kiati. We hear things like, "Hey, he doesn't want to go out anymore, and all he want to do is stay home, and I still got a life to live, and I want to go out and hang out, and I want him to take me out." And he's like, "Man, I ain't got time for all that. I've done all that already." Well, that can create a problem in the relationship, man, when you feel like you've already lived your life, but they haven't lived theirs, and but that's what you signed up for. So what does the man do when he has a younger woman who still wants to live life, but he's already lived his? Does he have an obligation to make sure that she still gets dated and she still gets to go out and enjoy life with him, not with her friends, but with him?
Unless he cheating with a younger man, yeah, he got an obligation. That's how that usually happens now.
Yeah. If he doesn't, you're right. That's what usually happens. She wind up going out, and then there's somebody to kind of quench that thirst, so to speak, and that's when you have a problem. So that's why I say that there are some pros and cons to that kind of dynamic if you're not careful and if you don't think about it, and process that thing all the way through up front. Yeah.
But I don't think that I think some of it age-wise could be stereotypical, because I don't think everybody's the same. I don't think just because you have an older woman, you're gonna come home and she's gonna have dinner fixed and bath water ran. Because it's young women that do it and old women that don't. Some of y'all married to people your same age and you're not having sex. You know what I'm saying? So some of these issues are, respectfully. Wait, I forgot. Respectfully. I forgot you say such stuff, Brother Roach. You gotta say respectfully at the end of that, respectfully.
You gotta say respectfully.
Yeah, so I think sometimes, you could get into these relationships with the age gap, expecting something and still not get what you expect, because you thinking, again, you could be a young woman and get with an older brother, like, man, he done already did all that, so I'm getting with him thinking that he's more established and mature, and get with him and he be immature like a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's real. That's real. Absolutely, man. If that dude hasn't gone through, the various stages of development and at a regular pace, meaning when he was a teenager, that's how he acted. When he was in his 20s, that's how he acted. 30s, 40s. As he got older, as the Bible says, when he became older, he put away childish things. If he didn't put away those childish things, then yeah, chances are he's still going to be carrying on like, a 21-year-old trying to stay in the streets and trying to, do things to make himself feel young. He might even dress a little young, and there's nothing wrong with a older man trying to, dress fly. Okay, I get it. But in terms of that relationship and how that relationship is structured, is that older man out there trying to do some things that he probably should be already past by now.
But Brother Royce, technically, biblically speaking,
all right,
did he put away his childish things and he's still dating a child, Brother Royce? She's 20, Brother Royce. He said put away the childish things. He's with a child, brother. It's not, he didn't put away the childish things he had.
Hey, listen, that is a valid point. Did he really put away childish things? I got another one for you. All right, so it could be said this is a theory in the relationship world for an older man with a younger woman. Could he not get an older woman, and therefore he had to get a younger woman? Was the women on his age level, was he not on their level of maturity? That's a question. That's not a statement. I'm not making a statement. I'm asking a question. Is he with a younger woman because he could not deal with the women on his age level?
Is that the same? Would the same statement be valid if it was a woman? Would anybody say, what's wrong with a woman? She couldn't get a man her own age? Or do people just let women, like, you know what I'm saying? Does that statement
slide?
Yeah.
Women get to slide on this.
Because people just be like, women can get anybody. That's how people always be like, women can get anybody they want, this and that.
Right. No, you know how women get a pass, men get a pass for being, promiscuous, and they out there in the streets and they go from woman to woman, they get a pass. Women get called names and things like that, get demeaned. Well, on this side, women get a pass and men.
We're gonna even it out.
Right.
We're gonna even it out. I got you. We're gonna even it out. Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They get a pass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they get a pass. The men get a pass when they're younger. The women get a pass when they're older. That's how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah. They call the women have a matter of fact, it's even entitled in the names. You hear the names. A woman, older woman, younger man, what is she called? A cougar. Come on now, that's sexy. She's a cougar. She's a cougar.
What do they call a man? A predator.
A predator. He's a predator. Absolutely. Vice versa. Go back. A younger man who's out there, in the streets, woman to woman to woman. He's a player. Yeah. A younger woman who moving around like that in relationships.
She a thought.
Yeah.
Gotcha. She's a thought.
Yeah.
Got you.
So you just got to be ready for that, man. You got to be ready for all those kinds of dynamics in those relationships. If it's an older man, younger woman, younger man, just think it through. That's all I'm saying. Think it through, process it, and be ready, for those things that could come. That dude might, he might require a wheelchair before you. Are you ready for that? Are you going to be able to provide that for him? Same thing with the older woman. His pension his pension and retirement gonna click in a lot earlier, but
or a younger woman, if you give it an old man, you might need a wheelchair. Now listen, you get with the wrong brother on that Bluetooth.
Right on. What else we got this morning, Kiati, on those relationships, man? What else are the people?
Is anybody that's watching the show on Facebook or any of you involved in an age gap relationship? That's what we'll call it. Yeah. Age gap. Trinity Lynn says we didn't know the age difference when we started seeing each other. He has a hard time trusting me. Okay, so when it's an older dude, you going out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, of course, you can have a trust issue in any relationship. You can have a trust issue in any relationship, but it seems to heighten a little bit when you have that age difference.
Yeah.
That she going out the house, man, because you don't feel like going out tonight because you done that already. And so you want to let her do her thing and you don't want to hold her back. but when she leaves the house, she looking good. She got stuff. It's tight, it's right, and it's revealing. So that starts to play with your head. Are you able to keep up? And where you really going? Where you really going? Do you have to be out all night? Insecurity. I see you, Lakeisha Weaver. Lakeisha say that's some insecurity type stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Jay Slade, me and my baby 12 days apart. Oh, she tripping. She say 12 days.
Yeah, 12 days. Okay, Jamar say 7 years. That's not technically like a huge age gap.
Yeah, 7 years, not too bad. Not too bad. Does it change, Kiati? Let me ask you this, Kiati. Does it change? Does the age gap, dynamic change the older you get? Can you be so somebody was 13 years different?
So if it's 7 years, so if you're 20 and 27, that's too wide of an age gap. At the same time, if you're 40 and 47, then at the same time, it's like, well, both of y'all, you know what I'm saying?
You can't be 20 and 13. I mean, that's
no. This is for the right age. Miss Reed say my husband is 10 years older than me.
Okay.
Tish say 10 years. I think
my granddad is 14 years older than my grandmother. They seem to function fine. It's about maturity level. But you know what? That was a different generation, though. That was a different generation, Lakeisha. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I am star model. Star model AJ say 43 and 20. Who 43 and 20?
Who
43 and 20? Only Tish say 33 and 50. Is that 30, 17 years?
God. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a lot. That still doesn't mean 43 and 20 got us. That's the winner for the day. 23 years.
I'm trying to figure out who 43 and who 20. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Now look at you see what your sister Josette just said, huh? Miss Robinson. She said she's married to an older man. Ain't that something?
How far are you and Sister Josette?
Man, you know what?
But wait, no, because I thought y'all went to school together or something.
We did. She tripped, and she's older than me. She's older than me.
She said you got that gray beard, big fella.
That's what's happening. She liked that. She likes that.
Wait a minute. Let me see. 48 and 58. That's 10 years. 29 and 32. 44 and 30. 44 and 32. Was that 12 years?
Not bad. It changes, Kiata. That's what I'm saying. It changes. It's like, are you still in the same era? As somebody listening to 90s, R&B, and as somebody that's what I'm talking about.
Jacquees is the real king of R&B. Then are we really supposed to be together? Like Jacquees?
Yeah. I don't even know who that is.
One of us get in the car and turn on 93.7. The other person get in the car and turn on 102, and we looking at each other crazy. If you're like, hey, what? My name's Taylor.
That's what I'm saying right there. That does it. So I think it's the music. Maybe it's the music that makes the difference. If you can't even relate to the same music, then you might be too far apart.
Yeah, I go in the club and I play Genuine Pony and say, if you don't know all the words to this song, you're definitely too young to talk to me. If you don't know all the words to Pony, or it's certain song, Usher, Nice and Slow. If you don't know what time he was supposed to be there in the drop top, you're too young to talk to me now.
You're too young. I like that. Those should be some of the restrictions.
I'm telling you, hey, excuse me, what time was Usher there in the drop top? 10:30? Get out of here.
Get out.
Leave the whole club. Go. Security, escort this young person out of here.
Lakeisha say, what attracts one to a younger person is an intellectual thing or a physical thing. Sometimes it can be intellectual. Yeah, because I've heard that. I've heard younger women say the reason why they date older men is because they're more mature, they're more intellectual, they've gotten a play out, and they're really serious about life. No, Kiati? You know some young guys who are older but not intellectual and serious about life?
Never mind. We on. I don't want to get Brother Royce in trouble at work today. I ain't gonna say what I was finna say. I don't know. I feel like you are what you subscribe to.
Okay.
But at the same time, if you work at the library, you know what I'm saying? Like if you work at the library, or if you work, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like, oh man, Brother Russ, cover your ears. It's almost like strippers, right? So at the end of the day, man, if you work at the strip club and you complaining that all the dudes you talk to like to spend money on girls, like at the end of the day, fam, you met me at the strip club. What did you think this was? You know what I'm saying? Or if you meet me in the gym working out, and then you're mad because I like wearing tight clothes. It's like, bro, you met me in the gym. What do you think I was working out for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why else would I be working out? Like, it's like if you can't, it's kind of like what you subscribe to. So if you be like, oh, well, I only meet, I think older guys are so, I never meet any younger guys. Get out the library. Go down to the, you know what I'm saying? Like in the library. That's why I only meet guys. All the guys I meet seem to be womanizers. Well, sis, you met them on the pole. Sis, get out the strip club. You can find you somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, and I could be wrong, Brother Royce, but it's just like, man, hey, some of y'all are saying this stuff. All the men are so intelligent, ma'am. You work at the nursing home. That's why, ma'am. Go to the. You work at a whole nursing home, ma'am. You change Pampers for grown people. That's why you think they so intelligent. Respectfully, Brother Royce, I say respectfully. I ain't losing no endorsements today. Respectfully.
I get it, but I do think though, and understand this, ladies and gentlemen, we're not advocating one way or the other. We're not advocating one way or the other. We're not saying this wrong. We're not saying this right. Just kind of dialoguing about the pros and cons of dating. You know, what do they call a generational gap? Those generational gaps.
If you are an older brother dating a younger woman, you might need to get that Pop Smoke. You hear me? Get you that Pop Smoke. Now, listen, because Brother Royce, like, what are you talking about, bro?
I have no idea.
Listen, whenever you date with that age gap, you've got to definitely get the Pop Smoke. See, if you're an older man, you think something's gonna break out, you think it's gonna be a skirmish. No.
Okay.
You date a younger sister, you better know how to shoot and know how to fight, because these young brothers is not fighting. Your old self gonna jump up there trying to fight one of these young brothers. They gonna pop. Yeah. they know how to shoot and they know how to fight. Listen, you better understand. Listen to Pop Smoke. You're gonna be all right, because you gonna get out here thinking you gotta fight to prove your love. They not fighting no more, old fella. They popping something, old fella. These young punks don't have fisticuff skills, young brother. Don't do it. These young brothers alone. You think that's her cousin and you run out there playing, talking tough, you're insecure. Insecurity gonna get your shots. They not fighting no more.
Like a man and all that. That ain't happening. Fight like a man, not happening.
Don't meet me outside. They gonna shoot the club up, big fella. Leave immediately.
Man, I'm so glad Josette and I are on one accord. We are the same generation. We don't have that problem. When I leave the club, she leaving. You know, if I ain't going to it, club, she ain't going. So we don't have that problem. You know, the places we go, the places we frequent, Kiati, are of such to where that's not a concern of ours. How about that? The places we see, because it's also where you go now. Come on, it's also where you go. You hang out in some certain places that's more prone to there's going to be a jump off somewhere. Am I right?
Possibly. There's a possibility. I see old people get shot up too. Now I know I like to play and joke about it. These old brothers, they gonna pop something too. Now you never know. You have Waffle House and some stuff off, and Rufus got that thing. Now I don't know where the name Rufus came from, Brother Royce. That just sounds like an old school brother.
That's an old school name. There's no Rufuses born after 1990. Ain't no Rufuses. All Rufuses before 90. Ain't no Rufuses after 1990. Yeah, you went way back.
Rufus.
Lakeisha said, what happened if you find them online? If you find an older person online, or well, I know they got the online dating now, and I know that's, they literally have sites, older person, younger person. That's the thing. But like I said, it's just think about it and consider all the pros and cons. But you got to do that with anybody. But it seems to be very important for the age groups.
B. Stu say he got a friend born in 93 named Rufus. So after 93, got dog. Ain't no more Rufuses after. Or Shirley.
Yeah, no.
Shirley's. I ain't never met a young Shirley. Hey, what's up? Hey, baby, how you doing? What's your name? Shirley? Never mind. I'm cool. I'm going back Shirley. Shirley.
All the Shirleys are 70s, 80s. Yeah, 70s, 80s. There wasn't no Shirleys after 70s, 80s.
Man, I think, at the same time, I know a lot of people feel like you can't control love, and wherever you meet people at, you might fall in love with somebody at any point, and that's true. Love is love. But at the same time, you still have to have, I think that's the other thing, Brother Royce, you talk about is realistic expectations. So if you get with a younger person or older man, then you might need to have realistic expectations. The brother might not be the brother if you know what you signed up for. If you buy the used car and you're mad you don't got the DigiDash, you knew when you bought me it wasn't no DigiDash. And for me to get the digital dash, it's gonna cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, brother, you knew when you met her that she was 60 and you was 30, brother. So you knew that. You knew that when you met him, when you got with him. So again, you gotta have realistic expectations when you're out here in these relationships. You know that age matters.
That's right. And Kiata, here's something you got to take into consideration. When the relationship is new, and you got an older man, younger woman, going back to that dynamic, the relationship is new, and things appear to be on one accord where our intimacy is matching up and all of that, and then we get into it, and 3 years in, things have died down. Now we married and things have died down, and you wonder, hey, when we first got together, first got married or whatever, we were intimate all the time. Now 3 years in, we're done. Well, you may have caught the last good years of that person in that. Hey, that's you may have caught the last good years. You caught them.
That was the last little gas I had in the tank. You took it.
Man, that was all I had. I gave you listen, I had just enough to get us home. That's all I had. I had just enough gas to get us home, and boom, I'm done. That's all I got. Well, you might feel like you got duped.
What? 2 steps away from the Bluetooth when you met me. You knew that.
You knew that. And so, but that's something you got to consider, man. You got to consider. Not only can I deal with this age gap, but how many more good years you got left in you for me? How long you got? Mika said that can happen in long relationships with the same age couples. You sure right. You sure right. You can start off running together and then somebody give out before the other person. The question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you expecting for that person that still got gas in the tank? Are you expecting for them to slow down for you? Are you expecting the person that doesn't have any gas in the tank to get a fill up so that they can catch up? What fixes it? What resolves this issue? Because it definitely can be an issue. It can definitely be an issue. And it can be real frustrating if you're the same age and you feel like somebody's giving out too soon. It's like, hey, man, do you no longer make an effort? Do you no longer make an effort to engage with me intimately? What is it? What knee replacement, hip replacement become a factor as well? Just, amen. The older you get, that's truth. That's truth, man. That's truth.
Man, just say my hubby and I were married for 10 years and our tank is on E.
Wow. We got to fix that. We got to fix that.
The relationship tank or just the sex tank? Because that seemed like just.
I'd like to hear that response.
You talking about the relationship tank, like all together, or sexually y'all are on E? Like, you just. She said 10 years, 5 kids, it's a wear and tear.
Oh man, it can be. It can be. So the question for her is, what is her name?
Jess. She said the marriage. Oh no.
Okay. So the question is, how can we renew? How can we relight, rekindle? How can we go back and grab some of those things that made us chase one another around the house? In the beginning, what can we do? We can't just sit there and accept things the way they are. That would be the danger. And many times couples get into that rut, Kiati. It's kind of like, think of it like this, Kiati. You work out a lot, right?
Yeah.
You and Mika both. Y'all try to stay healthy and y'all try to work out a lot. When you let your physical condition get too far out of hand, you lose the will and the drive to want to work hard enough to get it back like it can be and like it used to be. So it's the idea, not even the actual work itself. You got to get past the idea of putting in the work to get things back the way they were. And so for those people in those relationships where, okay, kids have come in and, man, we've been married 10 years and it feels like the thrill is gone. It's not gone, but it's the work you got to put in to get it back and to maintain it. It takes work to keep the fire going. Been married 27 years, Kiati, 27 years. I sat my wife on the couch last night and I asked her some critical questions as it pertains to my responsibility of taking care of her. Just last night, I was 27 years. And I'm asking her a question. Hey, how am I doing in this area? Hey, do you feel like I am meeting needs in this area? Do you feel like I'm checking boxes? Do you feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do? The problem can be we get too relaxed. And then when we get relaxed, we start getting fat and we're no longer in shape. And then it's the work that's got to go back into getting in shape or getting back in shape. And we're like, man, you know what? Forget all that, man. And then boom, we find ourselves 10 years down the line, looking at each other, frowning. We don't turn each other on anymore. We're not slapping each other on the booty as we walk by. Those types of things, Kiati, can keep a marriage going.
Especially if you think about it, like we've been together 10 years and we got 5 kids. Me, as a man, I'm not allowing my 5 kids to be raised in an environment where we're both unhappy. So a lot of time, whenever we talk about, the family dynamic and things like that, you just gotta, again, sometimes you gotta focus on what's important. And it takes work on both ends. You know what I'm saying? For me, especially, to you and your husband, sometimes, you'll get to the point where you deal with people and, sometimes you deal with somebody that's selfish, but I've never been selfish to the point to where I would sabotage my family. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of time as men, you just need that reminder from other brothers, especially guys that have been in long relationships and have been in situations where, all right, you think it's a game until somebody else is in your house playing with your kids and sleeping with your wife. Like, it's a lot of stuff that guys don't wrap their mind around. And the other question that I would ask is, what kind of guys are your husband hanging around? Are y'all hanging with other married people? Are you hanging with other believers? Do you have a system set up that whenever there is a breakdown, there's a community that can kind of help hold both of you accountable? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of time it's really about leaning on those resources. Being in a relationship, being married, being all that is a real thing. I don't want to say it's a real struggle, because there are challenges. It's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's people that do TikTok challenges and all other kind of challenges. You can figure out this marriage challenge. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that at a certain point you get to the fact to where my and I know it sounds bad to say, oh, well, the kids, hey man, my kids are worth fighting for. This family is worth fighting for. And you being together 10 years, you definitely have to do some work and some recreating and some, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? The communication is everything, man. For real. The communication is everything.
Keanu, let me jump in real quick, because you just said something that was very important. I don't want people to miss it. You said we got to recreate. Listen, when you first get married, let's just talk about a regular I shouldn't say regular. What's known in the marriage world as a traditional world. One man comes together, one woman. There are no kids involved, so it's just you, the man and the woman. Well, you're living a certain lifestyle during that time where your focus is on each other. That third person comes in there, that child. Now your focus and your time and your energy is now divided into threes instead of just two. Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't make a mental adjustment, if you don't make the necessary steps to say, make sure that you're still putting in time with one another as well as giving time to this third person.
Brother Royce, hold up. And I'm only stopping you because these comments are moving fast. She asked this question, and this is a Brother Royce question. You're going to enjoy this question. She said, right, but if we were together for 10 years, he should know me as well as I know him, right?
Okay. So now. But before we run out of time, I want to say, if you or anyone that you know is in need of premarital or marriage guidance, you can hit us up at married@crossoverbf.com. Married@crossoverbf.com. So you said after 10 years, he should know me by now. Listen. Please understand this. What he may have started out knowing about you may have changed. We get into these places where we start thinking, hey man, listen, by now you should know what I like. By now you should know what I want. Well, if I'm missing the mark, do you sit there and grumble and complain, or do you catch me up on where I'm lacking? Now you got a choice. You can sit there and talk about, well, he should know me by now, and go without and be mad and feel neglected or whatever it is that's not being met on your end. Or you can say, hey, let's sit down and talk. Here's some things that I need from you. I can tell you this, Kiati, after 27 years of being married to my wife, my needs and desires, as well as hers, have changed over the years. As well they should. Yeah. They're going to change. So for you to say after 10 years, you should know me by now, 10 years is a long time. You've probably made some adjustments now, and maybe things have changed. So maybe you have to reintroduce yourself to him, and that can be fun too. I won't get on that right now. That's for counseling sessions. But you can listen. You need to have those conversations, and don't just assume that you should know me by now. After 10 years, you should know what I like and don't like. Hey, come on now. Come on. Maybe I didn't get it, but I'm willing to learn. Now, if he's not willing to learn and not willing to make an effort, that's a whole different conversation, a whole different argument. But guys, are we going to sit in relationships and grumble and complain because we feel like, well, by now you should know me?
Man, the craziest thing is that no matter what relationship you're in, they're all going to need work. So it's sad to me when people leave one relationship just to get with somebody else, and you still have to do real relationship work. You still got to learn them as a person. You still got to learn what they like, what they don't like. They've got to learn what you like, what you don't like. And it's just, you still got to do the level of work. So why not do the level of work and keep your family? You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes, and I say,
go ahead,
brother.
No, I was just going to, sometimes in relationships are just like your body. You know, you get in one relationship and you got to work on one thing. You know, you get in another relationship, you got to work on something different. You know, one relationship might be more legs and you got to work on your arms. Another relationship may be arms, you got to work on your legs. You got to put in some work, and you always have to work. However, it's just like your body. Once you get it to a certain point, it's about maintenance. It's about maintenance at that point. And then you can start enjoying how your clothes fit. You can start enjoying the compliments that you get when you walk down the street. Same thing about your relationship. You work hard, you get the abs showing in your relationship. You get the biceps going, and people start to compliment. Boy, y'all sure look good. Thank you very much. Now it's about maintaining and staying healthy. It's not as much work at that level, but you got to get there. You got to get there. And you can't just be looking at everybody else's relationship and they abs and they biceps and all of that, just complimenting them. You got to put in your work, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a real thing, man. These relationships ain't something to play with, especially when there's kids involved, because you created these little versions of you that look at you for the blueprint on how to do these things. And for me, it's about being able to explain to them the level of work it takes to be successful at anything.
Sure.
So much less, not sacrificing your relationship. Again, if you need any of the couples coaching, married at crossoverbf.com. That's married at crossoverbf.com. Married at crossoverbf.com.
Hit us up.
Brother Royce, go ahead and get the moving, man. I know you got somewhere you got to be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I want to thank you for the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just calling out a few names. Lakeisha, thank you for tuning in. Monica, appreciate you guys. Kiana, Prince Archie, thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, guys, relationships take work. Relationships take work. You got to do a lot of push-ups before you pull up. Hey, I need to write that down.
Come on. Write that down, bro. Go on, get to your business, brother. I'll hit you in a minute.
All right, man. Y'all take care. I'm out.
All right, man. Hey, much love, Brother Royce. Y'all, what he's saying is real. Like, the level of work it takes to be great at something or good at something is not something to take lightly. The same way if you do anything in life, you want to be at a certain level of excellence. I don't think people wake up just to be regular. So when it comes to your relationship, you shouldn't wake up and just be regular. You've really got to be willing to put in the amount of work that it takes to have a great relationship. A lot of us want great relationships, but we don't want to do great relationship work. We don't want to have great relationship communication skills. We don't want to have great relationship interactions with each other. We don't want to have great relationship service mentality. A lot of us are in relationships, long relationships, and still don't understand that you have to serve the person that you're with. And in your mind, you're like, man, I ain't serving nobody and this and that. But it's like, man, if you just really think about it, relationships about I'm here to help do whatever I can, to and happiness is such a, because everybody happy is different, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's just about what can we do to help build together? What can we do to help invest in each other? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you get in a relationship and it's the one-way investment. And those relationships don't end well. But when you get with two people who are down definitely and willing to invest in each other, man, that's a great position to be in. That's a great way to be. You know what I'm saying? So definitely one time, you know, for everybody that Slow Boogie, what's up, man? Shout everybody on the IG as well. I see the bots have popped up. What up, bots? Shout out all the overseas bots. What just happened?
I was coming to say hey. See how you do me? Where's my chair? Hey y'all.
You feeling hot after your little workout?
Oh, I know, I just worked out.
No, go do your hair before Sister Joe said be texting me talking about is something wrong.
Oh, you're so extra.
Is something, is something wrong? Kiati, is something wrong? Kiati, is something? All right, y'all. We gotta jump on my work. I got a work meeting at 10. And the Gap people just hit me back looking for something else. I'm so tired of these people. Man, Just Jack say first time tuning in. I'm glad I did. Man, I appreciate you. Yeah, now real relationship goes on Wednesday. Just about giving some Sister Joe said leave you alone. No, Sister Joe said, I heard you be texting people when hair be looking crazy. I don't know. No issues. I want no issues. I didn't know that was a thing. So now that I know, if I see anybody on this show with their hair popped up, I need you to go put some gel or some make a little baby hair, do that stuff on the side. We don't want no issues, man. So nah, man, for real, y'all. Let's keep doing the work. Let's keep doing the work, man. It's about doing the work. If we want to, anything worth having is worth working for. You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy, and it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be days whenever you don't feel like it. You know, it's just like working out. It's gonna be days where you don't. You know, it's hard. It'd be days where you forget to work out. Like you're like, man, I'm too busy to work out. But at the same time, man, you still got to do what you need to do so you can make it work for you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? Legacy, y'all. That's what we're trying to build, legacy. It's I don't know. It's kind of crazy that you have people that have amazing businesses and they leave that as a legacy to their kids, but they don't leave amazing relationships as legacy. Like if you really look at how many people still have grandparents that are together, or you know, it's sad. You know, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. You know, so again, we got to focus on what's important, man. You know, for real, which is the family unit. And I always say, I feel like the family unit. You fix that, then we can start fixing real issues in society. When we learn how to love and respect each other inside the home, then when you go outside the home, it rolls over. You know what I'm saying? You go outside the home, then it's one of those things that I've already instilled that inside my house. So whenever we go outside of the house, only thing you can display is what you've been practicing inside the house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you wonder why people leave up out the house and then they get out the house and do something different. That's not what they've been practicing inside the home. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, we work on us and our family structure and how we treat each other and how you love on your wife and your fiance, and it teaches you how to treat other women outside the home. How are you today, queen? How are you? You know, ain't no B's and H's because that's not what you calling her inside the home. But it's a lot of time when you calling her that inside the home, you feel comfortable calling other people that outside the home. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So again, you got to set that environment and what you want the temperature to be like inside the house. You know what I'm saying? So much love to everybody that tuned in this morning. Definitely, I'll see you guys tonight. I say real relationship goes 6 to 10, 93.7 The Beat. Giving $500 away tonight. You know, big shout out to IJustGotHit.com, Justin the lawyer, Gossie Morton, giving away $500 a night. Kiati's cash cards. All you got to do is just tune in. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for rocking. Love. Boom. Oh man, y'all. I don't know where them bots be coming from on IG, man. Them folks crazy.